Hi everybody! Happy Pink Day! What a fun day. I love the color pink. You might know that about me. I thought in honor of the color pink, we could do two things today. The first is we're gonna learn a few facts. That's, things about something that are true about flamingos. I love flamingos and they're pink, so they're the perfect thing to learn about today. So we're gonna learn about some flamingo facts. And then I'm gonna show you how I draw a flamingo, and you can try if you want at home. Sound like a plan? All right. First, we're gonna look at some pictures of flamingos while I tell you some facts about them. Here we go. So do you know why flamingos are pink? The reason is that they eat lots of shrimp that have a pigment or a color in them called beta carotene. And this is the same thing that is in carrots. How funny is that? So if flamingos, for example, in the zoo didn't eat any shrimp or any vitamins that had this pigment in it, then they would turn white. So they need beta carotene in order to stay pink. It's pretty cool. This is a picture of a baby flamingo. Isn't it cute? They have gray and white feathers, and they aren't born with a curvy beak like adult flamingos. As they grow, their beak starts to develop a curve to look like the very, typical flamingo beak. And they haven't eaten enough shrimp yet to be pink, so they're gray and white. Did you know that flamingos also have some feathers that are black? I thought that they only had pink feathers, but actually they have black feathers underneath of their wings. So you really only see them when they're flying, like in this picture. Here's a group of flamingos. They're called flocks or colonies, and they often live together to protect themselves from predators. And sometimes just one bird, if they feel like they're threatened by a predator, they put their head down in the mud to protect themselves and hide. How silly is that? If you were scared, if you bend down and you put your head in the mud. But it's kind of like if you were scared and you were hiding your head under a blanket. Another cool thing about flamingos is that they eat upside down. Isn't that interesting? Their beaks are shaped for that, so that they can scoop things upside down and eat them. You may have seen a photo of a flamingo standing on one leg before. This is something they do all the time, and scientists don't really know why they even sleep like this, which is so funny. Do you think it would be comfortable to sleep on one leg? Sometimes they think maybe it's so that they can keep warm and regulate their temperature, but they're not really sure why. Did you have some fun learning some facts about flamingos? I did. Are you ready to try and draw your own flamingo? So I'm going to show you how I draw mine. Yours might look different, and that's okay. You need a piece of paper and a marker and things to color it in with. So I'm going to start by making the outline, and then I'm going to color it in after that. So I always start my flamingos with the neck, making a long neck, kind of like half of a heart. And I don't do it all the way because for me, the trickiest part of this flamingo is the beak. So I'm going to just make the neck to start with. Kind of a skinny neck. So now I have the neck, and then I take this part and I go out to make the body, make a circular line to connect it to the front of the neck. So then I have the body, and I usually add a little swoopy like that because they have a wing there. So
the next part that I do is I make the neck a little longer and then I round it off because they have a beak that kind of looks like two pieces almost. So I make it, it's kind of triangular, but not entirely. So there it is. And then I put an eye here. Boop. And then I add the legs. So their legs are really little skinny legs. And they have kind of flat feet. Good duck. And then I usually put them standing on one leg because they do that so much and it's so silly. There we go. So there's my flamingo outline. And then the colors that I use to fill it in are, you guessed it, pink. And I usually use black for the beak. All right, I'm gonna color it in and I'm gonna speed it up. So much pink all over. That's why flamingos are awesome. So there's my flamingo. I left a little white spot here because sometimes they have white on their beaks as well. And you may have noticed I used a slightly different pink for the legs because sometimes the legs are a different pink, shade of pink. So now I have to think, what am I gonna name my flamingo? And I have decided to name this flamingo Flora, so that it is Flora the flamingo. So I'm gonna write Flora. F L O R A. Flora the flamingo. I hope you try this at home. I know it's kind of tricky to make a flamingo, but I think if you try and you practice, I think you can do it. Good luck. Happy Pink Day. Bye.